Your ticket at the stadium, adds up to the tens of millions of dollars. But no one has forced you to watch the game on television, excuse me, or go to the arena. That has been your choice. You've made them wealthy because they gave you pleasure, the enjoyment of watching the game. The same way that Bill Gates and Steve Jobs have made hundreds upon hundreds, billions of dollars. But by giving us computers and software that have enhanced the quality and value and the conveniences of our lives. I'm old enough to remember old-fashioned manual typewriters, right? With the carbon paper if you wanted multiple copies. And if you made a mistake, you had to use like this little whiteout liquid, or you had to retype the page. You know, you make your corrections on the screen. It does a spell check for you. You can link on something and find out anything you want as you're writing something off the internet, Wikipedia. I mean, this is a revolution, all made possible by these people. And they're wealthy, not because they cheated us, they've manipulated us, they've come up with a product that we discovered had great value for which we're willing to pay prices. Wealth in the market economy, the truly free market economy, is only earned by satisfying and improving the conditions of others in society. Because no one can force you to buy the computer. Okay? No one can force you to watch the game. No one can force you to buy the pair of shoes. So Chomsky is not correct about this. He sees the world through the wrong end of the telescope. The wrong end of the telescope. And furthermore, as far as influencing us, I mean, he's trying to influence you. Right? He's manipulating your mind. And I'm not using manipulating in a negative sense. Persuade, influence, make you look at the world a certain way. I'm doing this. The advertiser does this. Girls, don't listen. Guys, when you're taking a girl out for the evening, don't you try to impress her? Come on, be honest, right? You try to seem cool. Cool. Okay? That's advertising. You're trying to manipulate that she has a good view and impression of you. Of course, then, if you date her well, she finds out the truth, and it's all downhill from there. But, okay. But what is it? We all try to advertise. We're trying to influence others' perception of ourselves for various reasons. Now, in the marketplace, however, there are incentives to do it right. For example, if I'm selling a product that does not have the qualities and features that I promised in the advertising, or at least not up quite to the level that I had promised, the customer comes into the store and he looks at the product before he buys it. And he says, look here, this isn't what the guy was advertising. And you walk out and he doesn't make a dime. Economists call that search goods. Goods that you can observe and feel and examine the qualities and characteristics pretty much before you buy it. Well, you might say, but aren't there products that you really can't judge and evaluate until after you bought it? A car, a mattress for a bed, sometimes a pair of shoes. You try a pair of shoes on in the store, it seems okay. But then, when after you bought it and you're standing and walking in it, all day, it doesn't feel as good as when I tried it on in the store. We've all had experiences like that. Those are called experience goods. But here too, there are limits on the advertiser trying or the seller trying to not completely tell the truth. Why? Because you see, we buy a pair of shoes, but not once in our lifetime. We'll want to buy another pair of shoes. And if we don't feel that that shoe company makes shoes of a quality and feature and a comfort that we like, we're going to look otherwise, someplace else next time. Okay? The mattress, well, it's true, you buy a mattress for the bed, and it's something you don't turn around and do every day. But you won't buy that mattress the next time. You see, every business to stay in business almost always depends upon repeat business. I see that you have supermarkets, grocery stores here, like every other place. They don't make a living if you shop there for your food once in your entire life. They stay in business and make their profits if you're there every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however frequently you do your shop, your big shopping. Okay? And they need your repeat business. Just as the shoe store needs your repeat business. The person who sells an automobile. Yeah, how often you buy a new car? Well, maybe very infrequently, years in between, but you do buy. And there's also another element, to assure that the seller does not manipulate or distort the information he's giving you, and that's word of mouth reputation. Oh, that's a new pair of shoes? Yeah, gee, maybe I'll go there. Don't. Boy, I thought they'd be comfortable. You know, now I'm stuck with them. I can't just, you know, word of mouth reputation. Oh, how do you like that car? Boy, I saw you driving it. It looks really cool. Oh, listen, it doesn't handle well. The seats are not comfortable. Word of mouth reputation. All of these are crucial, that act as the negative feedbacks if the person attempts to manipulate information incorrectly to others. Now, we live in an imperfect world with imperfect people. And as a consequence of an imperfect world with imperfect people, there's always going to be cheaters, con artists, manipulators, right, defrauders. I mean, what do you think this is new? This has been since the beginning of time. The question is, are there institutional elements that limit people doing this, or to provide negative feedback or cost burdens on them if they act this way that harm their own self-interest? And in the marketplace, that's the case. So a person cannot make a fortune by trying to manipulate, defraud, or take advantage of you in the long